My name is Zezashetan, and this is Minecraft. So last week we built this nice little machine here, the blast chamber. And over the past week, I haven't been actually been doing much. I've been planning for PaizoCon, which is coming up here shortly. So I haven't actually been working much here, but I have been researching the wiring here, and been researching everything that I've built so far to see what actually gets broken in 1.16. I'm pretty confident the blast chamber does not. This does, but from my testing, the easiest way to fix it is to remove this sticky piston, and then that should fix it. The This one was fine. This is the same as what's over there, so the same fix here is removing this sticky piston. This is completely broken as of right now. I need to do some research on it. I think it has to do something with the, the the strength of the signal here, because it's not supposed to go beyond this. But every time I've checked it within the test world, this is always powered, which basically powers all these pistons and everything. So because all the power actually comes from these, I need to get into the test world and start removing items from here to adjust the actual signal strength. The problem is the last snapshot is deleting chunks, and I don't want to sit there and go and test things when the snapshot just randomly deletes chunks. But this week we're actually going to work on the tree farm here. Now I did do a little bit of maths from where I need to have the actual base of the tree farm, and that's where it needs to be. I know what blocks actually go on top of that. Then I also did a little work over here, just kind of digging stuff out and doing some planning. Now, I was going to build a building beside this to house everything, and I started thinking that may not be a great idea. So I decided actually to put the storage underneath here, and we'll have a water line that spins around. Now, I did a little bit of testing in the test world to see on how many blocks actually get blown up, how fast a hopper can pick that up. Mainly because if the hopper cannot pick the items up fast enough in a 5-minute span, they're just going to get blown up. And that would be an issue with an item sorting system. So what I think what probably may happen is I'm going to run the ice stream over this way and then have it spin around and just have multiple hoppers that will collect the items. And then I'll have a different set of storage where I actually have the blocks. But I think what I'll need to do is actually test everything from after I get things built, just to see on how fast I need things to work. I can also put a double storage system down there. I think that would also get the items picked up before the uh, the items despawn. Now, a double spawning system is just you have two spaces that have the exact same blocks. But one problem I did run in with this tree farm, and the tree farm is actually broken in 1.6, and I'm still going to build it just because I've already got all the parts. You can actually collect a lot of wood from it, and the 2 months I think we have left before 1.16 comes out. Unless they sneak stuff out, though the way the snapshot is, I don't think it's even close to being released. And that's just my personal opinion, but I don't know anything beyond that. But yeah, like I said, we'll get enough, and it could be something that's missed. It could be something within the design. Hopefully, Ilmango sits there and posts an update to the farm. Or maybe he'll post a different farm and I'll have to tear it down from scratch. And that will be entertaining within itself. But I'm going to start building this up, starting with the blocks I have to put right here. And then hopefully we have a tree farm starting here soon. So I will be right back. So I've did some research on why this farm actually breaks at 1.6 and what I thought may actually be wrong. But probably one of the reasons why this farm breaks is because as of right now here in 1.15, if you were to power this, this line, this piston will be activated because even though this line does not show that it's going into here, this block reads it as going in. And 1.16, this will change. This block or this piston will not activate unless this line is heading straight into it. There's multiple ways of doing that. I think from what I was watching, a trap chest can activate it. So will a one of the new blocks, which is a target block. The problem is that in this farm there are 3 pistons that are side by side, so they're much like that. And this line, well, the line that'll go up here is supposed to activate all 3 of them, and I don't think this will do that way. Gotta collect these supplies. These are actually for my supply list. Yeah. Now, looking over the reason why these won't work, I was actually kind of wrong. As of right now, I thought that it was that this piston stops the power from going through this line. That's actually not true. This piston allows the power to go through, and in 1.16 that changes. The power just goes through. It mainly will break this one right down here because that's all this is. Again, like I said before, I think I have a way to fix it. I just got to adjust the amount of blocks that are in here to the minimum amount, and I think that will fix it. But this is what I've gotten so far on here. This is actually placing a lot of blocks. This took me about 4 hours the other day. I'm still chugging along. I haven't even got to the bulk of it. I think I'm about 30% done. If I actually go look at the chest, this will tell me. This will say I'm about, no, because I have most of the blocks in here. Yeah, so I'm probably about 30% done here, and still working on it. There are some few things I might have to dig this out around here, mainly because of blocks that can be powered that I don't want powered. Yeah, Ilmango says in the farm that you need at least 3 blocks below this block, so down to here, right here, and I may dig that all out afterwards, but as of right now it's much more easier to jump around and everything on here when I can easily just jump up this way like this and stuff like that. But still working at it. It's taken a lot of time, and we'll chug along, and hopefully I can get an update for you here soon. Be right back. So I noticed the first modifications that you can make in 1.6 to this farm. This right here is dependent upon this block being activated, but as I said before, I don't think the line is going to move into this block as of 1.16. But if you change this into a target block, I think it should be fine, and everything within this line of circuitry should work like it should. I don't know, I'd have to double check, but if target blocks are non-movable, then all of these blocks right here can be changed to target blocks 2, and then that would basically do the same thing as what this is doing. But that's only if they're non-movable. If they're movable, then it'll break the farm, because it'll get caught up on the slime blocks here. But yeah, that's one positive change. And because it's on the outside of the farm-ish, I'd have to continue on the farm. I think you should be able to do it without any effect to the farm itself. But that's one thing I noticed. Back to work. Alright. So we were able to complete this monstrosity of a machine. It did take a long time to build. It took somewhere around a total of about 13 hours between 2 days. And but I did actually get it built. I even got the item sorter line in here put in, so that any of the items on the farming platform will go into the item sorter. Now, still not the safest thing up here, so I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit and everything along those lines. But let's go ahead and see if it's working. Now, I did pull some oak out, so we'll go ahead and turn this on. Now, this is the first time I ever built a flying machine, and it actually worked. And so then we'll go ahead and turn the machine on. And here goes nothing. Well, it looks like it's working. That's always a good sign. Let's see if we have at least the semblance of some oak logs going through here. And I see some oak logs in there. Perfect. And then this should have pushed this further down the line. Yes, it did. Perfect. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of time to check to see if it is actually working completely. Probably about probably a good 30 minutes of me just sitting here AFK. Now, I did fill up all these with bone meal, but now what I need to do is come over here and figure out how I'm going to work out this storage system. And I think I have an idea what I'm going to do for the storage system. I think I am going to go with a double-sided sorting system, because I think the one thing I am going to put into this sorting system is going to be concrete, and so I want to make sure that I have the ability to put concrete down there. And that is 16 spaces, and then the wood is 5 spaces. I have, should be 27, somewhere around there, I think, if I remember what the size of this upper platform was. So I should have enough room to put a platform on this side and a platform, or a sorter on this side and a sorter on this side, and that should be enough. And then we'll have a water stream that spins the items around in a circle. Again, hopefully that actually works. If not, then sad panda I shall be. But we'll go ahead and get it started down here, get the item sorted and everything put inside, and then we'll run this for a while and make sure it's working. So we will be right back. Alright, so here's the water track I'm going to use. So items are just going to drop down here. They're going to come into here, and I put a sign right here. That way it's 4 here and 3 here. The higher the water, the faster it flows, and therefore the faster it pushes things. It'll push into this water stream right here, which will in turn push it over here. There is a chest system here that should push it right along the line of those hoppers, but still push it that way, and make it so these hoppers can actually pick it up. And this is just going to spin around the system. And so basically when this goes off and everything drops here, it'll just spin around here, until it gets picked up by the hoppers. Hopefully nothing despawns. I don't think it will, but hopefully hopefully nothing will. And then yeah, now I had to expand this out a little bit. I needed 21 spaces, and this is actually 14 underneath here that was available for the sorters. So yeah, I expanded it out this way. I'm going to put a roof on this, and then it'll be a part of this room here. This right here is where the chests are going to be. They're going to be there on both sides, so hopefully that's not too cramped in here. And yeah, so I'm going to continue building and get the item sorters up, and then hopefully we should have something. I am going to slab the back half of this underneath all of the sorters, just so that I don't have to worry about spawns back here, and it should make it so I don't need lighting back here too, which will help out on lag, I'm hoping. But yeah, so I will continue working. So finally got the storage done. It's still going to require a lot of decoration. I really want to get rid of these blocks that are visible back here, including those. See how far I can go back without it being visible. Have to decorate the floor here and decorate the ceiling. I think I'm actually going to carry this ice all the way to the end down here, and then do kind of like an arch that goes through here, and then these blocks actually mark the actual what's in these item sorters. It's the easiest way to do this without actually putting signs up and stuff like that, just because signs and item frames all cause lag. This will not. This whole item sorter here is going to cause a lot of lag in this area. If it's anything like my other item sorter, yeah, this is going to cause a lot of lag. And though I think the other item sorter has more chests total and more hoppers total, this one is just a much longer item sorter. So what I'm going to do now is go do some AFKing, try to get some trees into the system, and run it for some time, and then hopefully I can see on if I can break it, I guess, is what I'm going to try to do. I'm just going to see if there's just things there that will stop it from working, see if I can jam it. I know in 1.16 I can jam it pretty easily, so I guess the easiest thing to do is just run in here and just try it. But here we go. Anything here? Nope. Alright, I will be back with a closing statement. Alright, I ran every one of these logs through one daylight cycle. Got a pretty decent amount of logs of each. I did get a little bit more of the acacia logs, but that's only because I used the acacia to flush the rest of the logs through. Acacia apparently is the better of the logs when it comes to the productivity of them all. But yeah, so it's working fine. I did come down here and check each one of these, make sure there weren't any logs spinning around or anything like that or stuck. Everything looks to be working fine. So yeah, last thing we need to do is decorate everything, but that will not be this week. Just because there is two large monstrosities that need some tender loving care and buildings. And so that's what I'm going to do next week. This week I'm going to call it to an end. If you have been watching, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do want to see more, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you would be able to get notified on when there will be more. Thanks again, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.